The journey towards success is lonely, but not in the way you might think. You probably heard the phrase before, it gets lonely at the top. But what does that really mean? Sure, when you're successful, rich, you've accomplished all your goals, not a lot of people are at your level anymore. The old people, maybe your old friends, are not, can't relate to you anymore. So maybe you end up losing them on the way. But that doesn't mean that the top isn't necessarily lonely. You probably met new people, found someone that you connect with, a partner, and the top can really be, doesn't necessarily mean that you're lonely. I actually think that the journey to become successful, that path that you take, is lonely, and that's where people get it confused, because everyone starts at the bottom, but what it takes to climb up that mountain and take that journey where you're not sure what's guaranteed, most people don't take the path you're taking. It's a sign of that you're going to be lonely and no one's really going to get you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the different types of loneliness that you might encounter, and there's only two that I really consider valid. The first one is going to be loneliness without purpose. The second one is going to be loneliness with purpose. I'm going to talk about first loneliness without purpose. Let's get into it. Loneliness without purpose. It's the most dangerous place you can be in as a man. Dangerous for many reasons. But I'm going to tell you about a story how I was lonely without a purpose multiple times. But I want to talk about the first one. I really noticed that it hit me. So let's backtrack. I'm currently 21 right now, and I'm going to talk about when I graduated high school in summer of 2023. So that's where the story takes place. So at the time, I was working at a job. I was going to school. I worked at Panda Express, and during that time, it was a good job at first. I had fun, but I really didn't have that much going for myself apart from starting college the following fall. So I never realized that the loneliness, because in high school you have all your friends, everyone's around you, everyone's in close vicinity, we all can hang out when we want to, same schedule. But once you start getting jobs, people start moving away, things change, circumstances change, and you begin to have more time alone. And idle time is considered the devil's playground, in a way that when you don't have a lot to do, you gravitate towards something, some type of entertainment or fulfillment. A lot of the times this ends up being vices. So when a couple that I think of that I was on were definitely video games, scrolling, oversleeping. Some more deep ones were gooning and vaping. At the time I would vape a lot. And all these compacted without me having anything going on for the time, just working. It kind of numbed me to my purpose and numbed me to actually being a productive individual. When I was working out, but not consistently, I would rarely go to the gym like throughout the whole week consistently. Nah. Diet, forget about it, bro. Like, ain't no diet here. So, working at Panda, on Sunday specifically, I would have a shift, double shift. I would wake up like at 9 a.m., get ready for work at and get there at 10:30 or 11, and I'll be there all night, all day and all night till around 11:30 p.m. is when I'll get out and probably be home. And during that time, when you're there all day, you see the sun rise and then you see the moon rise, and it gets to you where it kind of like was kind of depressing, cause like, bro, like I feel lonely. Like, yeah, my coworkers they're cool sometimes, but like it just doesn't feel the same. And slowly I started realizing that I was not in like fulfilling myself like in life. I felt lonely. I wasn't talking to anyone at the time, and I didn't really put the effort to talk to a girl or meet someone, like go out on a date or anything like that. It just felt like I was numb, and it was really the start of a downward spiral for me, because I did that for the summer. Once college started, um, I was still working, doing college. Yeah, I saw more of my friends for a bit, but still, like I was still on that lonely timing where I just wanted to be myself. And naturally, I'm an introvert, like by nature. I had to grow and develop social skills to actually like talk to people and make friends. But if I get to choose, I'm choosing being by myself. I wasn't on anything. I didn't have any goals or aspirations. I had dreams, but I didn't have any goals. Like I think at the time I was studying, my degree was criminal justice. Like maybe I was gonna be a lawyer or a police officer, but I really wanted to do something else. I think I wanted to be a streamer or get into YouTube or something. I'm not sure, but I think it was a streamer. But I was just thinking about it, and it was just a dream. But I think also one of my biggest priorities was getting with someone, which is like dumb, but I understand. That's where my mind was at the time. But how did I feel like? And I can't really answer that question because it I didn't feel anything. Like in the moment where you're plugged into the the matrix or whatever, like you're plugged into that constant cycle, you're numb. Like you don't feel nothing. You don't realize that you're wasting your time and you're wasting your life away until like you realize, oh shoot, 3 months have gone by, a whole year has gone by, and what do I have to show for it? I don't got nothing to show for it. And that's really where I started to develop signs of depression, when I went through that lonely path where I didn't know what I was going to do. And I think when I became, one of the reasons I became depressed in a way was because I wasn't filling out the identity of the person I wanted to become in the future. Like I was hooked on like these bad things, these really bad habits. And when your brain knows you're messing up, bro, so every day when you keep messing up and you tell yourself you're gonna stop, it's not gonna help you, man. Like you're just going against your own brain, and you end up hating yourself and not trusting yourself and lie to yourself. It fucking sucks, because you know like that you could do so much better for yourself, and you're just wasting it away, man. So that's loneliness without a purpose. And I don't think things would have changed if I had someone like a girlfriend, or I was like hanging out with my friends. I still hung out with my friends, but even if I had a girlfriend at the time, it wouldn't be like the right person. I wouldn't be the right person for my partner. I feel like I would have been more toxic. I would have been not as good as a boyfriend or as a lover. Like it just doesn't. I don't I don't see that version of myself being in a good relationship. And that cycle continued for like a while. Not until like I really changed my identity. So this version of me at least goes into like May of 2024. So I think May 2024 I got in a relationship and it didn't work out, and that's when like I hit rock bottom, because I was really hurt by it. And that's for another day when I talk about hitting rock bottom. But pretty much I hit rock bottom, kept spiraling down, hit rock bottom, was slowly building back up. Around December of 2025, that's when I had loneliness with a purpose, because throughout the whole 2025 I was in a relationship and it was good, but there was ups and downs. It was like the definition of a hit or miss like type of situation. Good days, highs and lows. So I don't really count that. But December 2025 is when I really locked in, because In November, I had broken up with that girl for like good, so I wasn't talking to her anymore. And here's when we get into loneliness with purpose, which I consider the shift. So let me get into it. So December 2025, I decided to lock in, put everything aside, and just put my head down and work, because this was my last year of college. I was a senior already, and I needed to get that degree, get out of here so I could start doing what I actually wanted to do. Which at that point, I wanted to be a cop. So I'm like, hey, let's be a cop. Let's do what I gotta do, get that degree, make my resume look good, and fix my identity, be a better person, build a better character. Because throughout 2025, I was good, but inside I was hurting. I was still hurting a bit. I still had that bit of loneliness from my previous downward spiral that was still in there, but I was getting rid of it. So let me break down what my schedule was. I had 2 jobs, still working at Panda, but I got hired at Walmart a couple of months before. And I was a full-time student taking 6 classes in person. Maybe I had like 2 online classes, but the rest of them were in person. Grinding. That's what it was. A grind. And I never stopped because it was school and then maybe like an hour or 30 minutes of rest. And then you're going into work. I don't know why my light turned off, bro. What the heck? Okay. We fixed it. Anyway, so that was scheduled. Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday included. Well, Monday to Friday was school, work. Saturday and Sunday was just work. And then that's when I started. I had already been going to the gym, but that's when I started tracking my macros. And I got off a coach, and that's when we really dialed in, and I started getting to the best shape of my life with a cut. So I had a lot of good momentum towards me, man. I in the moment, I didn't realize like I was working so hard, because I never burnt out. Like, I never got tired, because I was fueled and motivated by having my heart broken and knowing that this is the final stretch, home stretch, where it's time to make a change, and changes are going to happen, and I'm going to come out of this a better man. So that's what I did. So we grinded that semester out, and towards January, that's when I got my new schedule. I had stopped working at Panda by that point, and I was just working at Walmart. But the reason I quit was because I was going to get my internship, and I had my internship with a police department in my city. So I was doing that, and it was not just an internship where you just show up whenever you show up, like set schedule. I could show up whenever I wanted, but I needed to put in a certain amount of hours by the time the school year ended. So it was a lot. And then I had my job, and then school. And this time school was in a different city. It was about an hour away from my hometown. So I'd have to take the bus for an hour forward and back every single day. And this is where the last semester of college started, and this is where the grind really like peaked, because I would wake up at 4:45 every single day. Didn't matter, even if it was Saturday or Sunday. I woke up because I needed to get it early on the bus. I needed to wake up, and I went to the gym. I would go to the gym before school, and I would play basketball, shoot around, and I did that every single day before I went on that bus. And during that bus, that's when most people would like sleep and do whatever. That's when I got into reading my Bible, because 2026 was the year like I really wanted to commit to reading the Bible. And I also read books. Some of the books I remember reading were one of David Goggins' books, the second book. I also read Relentless. I read the My Personal MBA, the one I finished. And I read those 3 that I can remember off the top of my head. But on the bus ride, I listened to them audiobooks. Sometimes I had the book for one of them, I forget, but I would read it. And go to classes. Some of the classes were interesting. Like, one of them was MMA class, where I had to like learn and study moves and like do them on other people. It was pretty fun. It was cool. Another one was a baseball class, which was so random, but It wasn't like me playing baseball. I had to like study the philosophy and do all that stuff. And low key kicked my ass because I was like, damn, bro, like I never played baseball. Like I know baseball, I know the teams, but I don't know much about like the rules and stuff like that. So I had to learn and study. And other classes were pretty good, pretty chill. But during this process, I started the internship, and it was with a police department, and I got to work around the cops, detectives, 911 dispatchers, do ride-alongs with them. It was really cool, and I gained a lot of experience. It was honestly one of the best things I could have done for myself because I learned a lot about the career I want to pursue, you know. So that goes on. Work was good. I was in the flow of not treating it like a burden. Like I'll go to work for a purpose. Like I work because I want to make money and I want to actually be good at my job. So those two things in mind, I was good. And then I think in January of that year, I posted my first YouTube video, and it was kind of just a little introduction. And now we're more consistent with it because I got way more time. But it was a big thing. It was a big deal for me, like a big thing. Like when I posted that first video, it really knew I was in a different direction, and I was making a change for myself. And what else? Oh, the gym. I was really locked in with the gym, and I got into the best shape of my life, going 5 times a week. I'm sorry. Locked in with my coach and got abs for the first time ever. Got stronger as I've ever been. It's really good, and I learned a lot. Lastly, and then I graduated college, got my bachelor's, and life was good until like May. Got it. Big accomplishment. And I don't know if you noticed, but as I was talking about it, I was lonely. Like I was just me. Like I didn't hang out with anyone really. I will go on a couple of dates, but that was about it. Just see what's out there, you know. But most people would consider me lonely, and I didn't feel it one bit because I was so occupied with doing, like, developing myself and doing things that were actually being productive. Not once that I had already stopped vaping for like a while at that point, so I didn't have to worry about that. I wasn't oversleeping. I wasn't scrolling. Like every single solitary minute was spent doing something productive, and now I was just eating or like doing something. You know, like I wasn't wasting my time. I probably touched the PlayStation one time during those like 5 or 6 months. It was crazy. So that was loneliness with a purpose. Like you're working towards something, you're grinding towards something. The grind never stops, and you focus on yourself. No, focus on your strengths and your weaknesses, and adjust to it. Move quietly as well. I wasn't posting anything on social media, and I still don't. Like I'm a ghost. Like the only thing I post is on YouTube, and that's just because like it feels personal. It feels like it's just me. Like no one else knows about it. At least not yet. But for now, it's comfortable, you know. And the only places nowadays you only see me at work or the gym. That's it. You don't see me anywhere else really. So that's just what I choose to live. The grind always comes first for me, and it always will, because I really want better for myself. I want to fulfill my goals, and I have a lot of big shoes to fill with my goals, and I want to do that, and I want to excel and achieve, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that's it, guys. If you're going through loneliness, it's either because you don't have your purpose figured out, or you're working towards your purpose and you're shifting and you're working on it. And if you're doing that, I'm proud of you. And right now, this is my purpose. My current grind right now is doing this YouTube, building up the social media and sharing my story, trying to help people, inspire people, and for myself, just develop to be a better individual overall, maturity wise, I'm the most mature I've ever been. I feel like my maturity exceeds my age because I'm only 21. And I feel like I have the maturity of almost a 30-year-old at this point. I couldn't say that for myself at 18. 18, I was an 18-year-old being dumb, making stupid decisions. So, guys, that's all you need. Just focus. Focus, focus, focus. Dedicate yourself. Make things happen. Because if you're consistent enough, eventually you're going to get your lucky day. Something's going to hit the wall. Something's going to stick. And don't stop. Continue that momentum. Please don't stop. Alright, I hope y'all appreciate it. See y'all later. Take care.